I'm going to reveal 5 critical things your agency might not tell you. If you're a digital nomad watching this, you're probably researching how to set up a Hong Kong company for your remote business. You have likely seen agency firms selling this fast and easy incorporation package. You might have also heard middlemen promoting you 0% tax with the Hong Kong setup. There is so much noise in the market, and most of it focus only on the benefits. But hold on, as a practicing CPA based in Hong Kong, I specialize in helping digital nomads set up and maintain their offshore companies. And I'm here to tell you, while registering a Hong Kong company can seem easy and quick, setting it up professionally for long-term compliance is much more serious matter. In today's videos, I'm going to reveal 5 critical things your agency might not tell you. Points you absolutely must understand before and after your Hong Kong incorporations so you don't miss your obligations or your benefits. So number 1, Fintech vs traditional banks, which is right choice for your business. Second, how to invest your profits when you outgrow your Fintech account. Number 3, the difference between an agency and a CPA and why it matters. Number 4, the annual audit and tax filing requirements nobody wants you about. Number 5, how to actually get and keep the 0% offshore tax exemptions. Watch until the end. I promise you will get a new perspective that you won't easily find online. And if you do, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support. Now, let's dive in. With the growing acceptance of fintech, many people think opening a business account in Hong Kong is just like an easy job, and that is correct. Compared to the traditional banks, opening a business account with a fintech company is much easier and faster. There's no in-person meeting required. The entire process can be done 100% remotely, and the account can be active within a week. Meanwhile, traditional banks often require shareholders and the directors to physically visit Hong Kong for the meeting, and the approval process can take over a month. Fintech platforms also offer global accounts with multi-currency functions like local USD accounts, Europe accounts with the IBAN number. This means you can pay and receive money locally, saving both time and the wire transfer fees, something traditional banks cannot always offer. Plus, most fintech don't charge opening fees and have no minimum deposit requirements. This is why I usually advise my clients to start with and continue using fintech for their day-to-day business. For most transactions, fintech service will satisfy nearly all your needs. Of course, there are some features where fintech cannot replace the traditional banks, and that leads to our next point. Imagine your business becomes highly profitable. You have 6 or even 7 figures in cash sitting dormant in your fintech account. While you might feel the money is safe in your fintech account, you won't be happy about it because fintech accounts don't pay interest on your savings and offer no investment options. In this situation, your first thought might be, okay, let's fly to Hong Kong to open a traditional bank account. But for this specific purpose, I advise my clients to consider creating a corporate interactive brokers account instead. Not many people know they can create the corporate account with Interactive Broker Hong Kong for deposit and investment purpose. I always suggest this when clients think they need the traditional bank accounts just for the saving and investing. Compared to the traditional bank, you can apply for the Interactive Broker account without traveling to Hong Kong. There's no minimum deposit or balance required, and your deposits have the same level of protections guaranteed by the Hong Kong government like the traditional banks. Plus, you can freely invest in the global stock market like the US market, Hong Kong market with your savings. And since there's no capital gain tax in Hong Kong, your returns are tax-free. I explained this in more details in the video's link below, so check it out for more information. If you Google Hong Kong company, you will see a lot of agency firms promoting their incorporation service. But you need to be aware of whether they are certified public accounting firm like mine or simply a incorporation agency. To be fair, both CPA firm and incorporation agency are qualified to provide you the incorporation service company secretaries were to address and advise on the initial banking setup. However, only the CPA firm can handle the mandatory annual audit, issue the official auditor's report, and provide practical, in-depth tax advice. In reality, most incorporation agencies will offer an audit arrangement with their CPA partner and then file the profit tax return for you. The problem is, because they are acting as a middleman, you might not be allowed to speak directly with your actual accountant to get direct tax advice. This is directly related to the next point, understanding your legal obligations to maintain your Hong Kong company legitimately. Here's a hard truth most agencies won't tell you before. Setting up a Hong Kong company is the easy part. The maintenance is where the real work begins, and it is far more serious than managing a US LLC. Annually, you have two key jobs. The first is simple, the annual renewed. That is just paying the government fees and updating your info. But the second one is the one that demands your attention, the mandatory annual audit. Yes, every single year, you must hire a licensed CPA to audit your company financials. This means keeping detailed record, every invoice received and the bank transactions. This audit is not optional. It must be complete before you can file your tax. Two pieces of advice here. First, file on time. You get generous 8-month window, so don't wait. We have seen businesses get a huge penalty and even court summon for the late filing. Second, insist on direct access to your auditor. This is crucial for getting their expert advice, especially navigating our final, most important point, securing your 0% offshore exemptions. This is so important. You must understand that the 0% tax under the offshore exemption is not granted by default. In practice, you need to coordinate with your auditor yearly to ensure your operations complies with offshore status requirements. The auditor then make a conclusion in your audit report and profit tax return to formally apply for the 0% tax. But it doesn't stop there. Beyond the applications, every company should expect to eventually go through the serious tax investigations from the Inland Revenue Department. The tricky point is the government won't tell you when they will perform this review. In my experience, it often happens in the second or third year of the company's life. I have explained the whole investigation procedures in this video, so feel free to check it out if you want to dive deeper. In short, the key to passing the tax investigation is documentations, and more documentations. This is evidence to support your offshore claim. It also involves intensive practical tax knowledge and clear strategy to answer the inquiries from the Hong Kong Tax Authority. This is why being able to deal directly with your auditors is so critical. They review your operations and documents every year and give you specific advice to prepare you for the potential offshore investigations, ultimately helping you to secure your offshore tax status. So these are the 5 things you absolutely must note before incorporating in Hong Kong. I'm able to share this advice because I'm a CPA in practice, providing not just advice-based incorporation service, but also direct audit and the tax filing services, including handling the offshore exemptions. I insist in speaking with every potential clients before we register their Hong Kong company to make sure the setup will suit and benefit their unique situations. If you would like to get professional advice tailored to your business, book a one-on-one consultation call with the below link. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next